to another whole level.
Yeah.
The white folks, oh yeah, blue-eyed, blonde hair.
Bring him so that we associate with him. Yeah.
Come on now.
And this is God we're talking about. He's supreme, all-knowing. There is
yes,
no way to represent him
as a physical being.
As a physical being.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Somehow all Africans understood that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the genius of who we are and who we were. Mm-hmm. We weren't talking on the drum. Don't make a job. It wasn't that kind of thing. Yeah. It's just obvious.
The Afropreneur Podcast, a podcast for African entrepreneurs, presents inspiring, innovative, and disruptive entrepreneurs from Africa as they share their lessons, insights, and learnings from their unique entrepreneurial ventures. I'll be your host. My name is Ogweno Stephen. Let's roll.
Yeah. Stuff they tell continental Africans that it's voodoo. They want all the voodoo.
And that's the thing, so when we're sort of wrapping this arts bit of this conversation is here it's seen as voodoo and not heard of, and there it's seen as valuable and people should appreciate it, and these are the people who discovered it. And that's something that really pisses me off when I see that. I'm like, we need to change that. It needs to, we need to be re-educated perhaps on the significance of these collections and what they did mean. I mean, one piece like this tells a lot of stories. I mean, it tells about music, it tells about equality, it tells about how women were treated, or how we treat our women.
Right.
And it's not told in that light.
Oh, never.
It's seen as voodoo and witchcraft, and we should not associate with it. And that is something I really think should change.
Well, I just wrote a major paper on the subject that I will share with you. Another thing, just in terms of African sculpture, just to give you an example, one of the things you almost never see in African sculpture is a stool that has, in which a man is at the base of the stool. Mm-hmm. Okay. You'll find a man and a woman, but more principally, you find women. Mm-hmm. Why? Because for the African, the woman is the foundation of the home, the society, and the community. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, in Western, so that shows you how we hold the woman up.
Yeah.
So the woman, the woman is the atlas. Mm-hmm. It all rests on me.
Yeah.
The matrilineal line of succession, the whole bit.
They're the ones.
I'm the pillar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the pillar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in European culture and art, who's the pillar? A man.
Yeah.
Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, where's the woman? Nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's why we can't get mixed up in other people's culture. Mm-hmm. Because, their society's always been about that women are basically throwaway. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They are not the principal and chief and important, entity. It's always the man.
Yeah.
Atlas, who is the pivotal? So from Atlas represents holding up the world, holding up humanity, the pillar of society. You know what I'm saying?
The foundation.
The foundation.
Yeah.
Everything rests on me.
Yeah.
No, it's the woman.
Yeah.
Everything rests on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So another thing about African sculpture is interesting. I've never seen Africans. Now think about this. There's countries like Tanzania, too, I think that has maybe 300 different cultural groups. Mm-hmm. Kenya has 150 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's just two countries. Mm-hmm. So throughout Africa, you might have so-called tribes. You might have 2,000 tribes easily. Do you know I've never seen or ever heard of a sculpture, an African sculpture of the Supreme Being? Mm-hmm. Now, white folks, they got paintings of this blue-eyed blonde hair, Jesus, who supposedly was hidden away in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how are you going to hide a blue-eyed, blonde-haired baby
in Egypt?
Yeah. Now, you got some hiding to do. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Yeah.
So, but you realize not one African tribe, community, to my knowledge, I've ever seen, has ever made a description, a physical description, a bodily description of the Supreme Being.
Yeah.
Why? Because Africans, as a group, pre-colonial Africans for sure, had an understanding of that God was omnipotent, that God was omnipresent, okay, and God was supreme, So there is human elements of God, and we're God, supposedly God-like.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But Africans were very clear that to humanize God was to bring God down to a whole level.
Yeah.
To another whole level.
Yeah.
The white folks, blue-eyed, blonde hair.
Bring him so that we associate with him. Yeah.
Come on now.
And this is God we're talking about. He's supreme. All-knowing. There is no way to represent him
as a physical being.
As a physical being.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Somehow all Africans understood that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the genius of who we are and who we were. Mm-hmm. We weren't talking on the drum, don't make a job. It wasn't that kind of thing. Yeah. It's just obvious. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was inbred.
It was obvious. It's like, no.
Yeah. Cool. So
that's the structure piece.
Yeah.
That and the idea of social order. For example, real quick. A lot of times people see a mask, a particular mask, and they say, "Ooh, it's gruesome." Yeah, it's supposed to be gruesome.
Yeah.
And the reason is that certain masks were made to frighten, and they were made to frighten people and who were doing things in the village or in the community that were against the community. Mm-hmm. It's just like now, if you got a drug dealer down the street, right, and he lives in the corner house. Yeah. Imagine going there with one of those masks, okay? And it's letting them know, hey, we know you're here. We ain't going. It's not going to go down this way. We're not letting you stay in our community with you. Yeah. So that was so certain masks were made to frighten the hell. Yeah. Because if you come in the middle of the night,
and you come and
you open your door and you got one of these incredible masks from the Getty people of Ivory Coast or Liberia. One of these fierce masks. Yeah. You be backing up.
You'll be like,
you know?
Wrong door.
Wrong
community.
Wrong community.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this is practical stuff. You know?
Yeah.
See, everything is not ethereal.
You know what I mean? Yeah, sort of practical users to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and on the point of practical leads me to inventions and some of our, African inventions and just a little bit of some of the contributions to the world. So one of the things I sort of like to open with is some of the more interesting inventions that we Africans made. So of course we made a civilization, that's all African. We made hospitality, medicine, science, and arts. So
mathematics, physics,
chemistry, all of that. Some of the more interesting ones that people enjoy to date is ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Ice cream was made from Africans. They never get the credit, but we did make it.
Alright, thanks for listening, and that's a wrap for this episode. For more exciting episodes like this, don't forget to follow our podcast, the Afropreneurs Podcast, on all streaming sites, and visit our website at www.ogwenostephen.com. See you on the next one.